All right, so we got part two here of a series in kettlebell product review, comparing some of the more major brands that you'll find on the internet. If you missed the first video, go ahead and click through back to that first one. Today what we're gonna do is review a couple of different competition style kettlebells here. And you've got your main brands like Rogue, KettlebellsUSA, Dragon Door, Perform Better. There's a lot of big names out there producing kettlebells, so we're going to try to dig into some of the details and nuances of each brand. So today we're going to compare directly from KettlebellsUSA the Paradigm Pro Elite, which is their high-end, top-quality competition style kettlebell, and then we're going to compare it to the Rogue Fitness competition style kettlebell. So this is all based on my personal experience. This is my bell that I bought from Rogue and I've owned for about 6 months now or so. And if you get a little closer here, what you'll notice is that what started with just a single red stripe underneath has now become this massive blemish, and all of the coating has started to chip away on the kettlebell. So this piece right here, this would actually cut my hand. It's very, very sharp right there. And you'll notice that on the other side, I actually had, on both sides, I had some white tape to cover up the blemishes there, but then I ran into some issues on the grip. And you'll also notice that just in general, the coating here is starting to chip off. Typically when the coating chips off so early on in the life of a kettlebell, that means that there's been a lower grade casting process rather than casting as a nice solid one single cast piece and then putting just a coating around the top of it. So we're going to contrast that one here today with the KettlebellsUSA Paradigm Pro Elite. And what's nice about these is, number one, there's no blemishes or little bumps on the other side, underside of the handle, which you'll come across a lot with lower grade quality kettlebells. And then the handle geometry here, I don't know what measurements or tools they've used, but they've got it down perfectly. So go ahead and back up a little bit. Just gonna get a nice view here. When I go to rack this kettlebell, I get a nice, clean, even line, and I can set that there on my forearm without any undue pressure or stress on my forearm bone. The other thing that makes this one unique is you'll notice there is actually a big hole here, and that is by design. They've hollowed out the middle here so that for the competition style kettlebells, they're always the same volume, even though they're different masses, even though they weigh differently. And typically what you'll find in lower grade kettlebells is that they'll just weld on a flat bottom onto there, and they've chosen just to keep this as a single piece. So you're literally just getting a one-piece kettlebell rather than a bunch of separate pieces welded or put together post-production. So this one is great for pretty much anything that you could use with a normal military grade cast iron kettlebell. It just does lend itself to, from the racked position, things like your push presses, things like your clean and jerk, if you're doing high volume, and the weight distribution makes it really clean and nice for your cleans, for your snatches, and just your swings in general. So there you go. We've compared the two today. Stay tuned for more in this series, and we'll compare some of the other top line brands as well. Catch you next time.